When people debate morals, especially atheists, they try to separate law from morality instead of using common sense to understand that law should be based on human morals, human ideas of ethics. Because law that is foundationless, that doesn't have a foundation, has no reason for existing. But we're the ones that invent law. Human beings invented law to protect their rights, to protect their liberties. And where do these rights and liberties come from? It comes from our morals, our ideas of what human life should be like. It has to be based on right and wrong. But what do we base right and wrong on? Some people might say, well, it's based on a society coming together, arguing and talking about what should be right and wrong that'll best help humans flourish, right? But then you have different societies arguing and differing. For example, in China and Africa, it's okay to eat dogs. In America, we think it's wrong to eat dogs. And back in the 1800s, society came together and said, hey, it's okay for us to have slaves. But that changed. Some people would say, oh, it's because we're evolving, we're learning. But what are we basing this on? Are we still basing it on this? On the human brain, which is made up of fatty acids, made up of blood and different cells? To what end do morals come into play? Everyone's going to die, right? What's the purpose for being moral? You see, there's a lot of atheists who argue for nihilism. Nihilism is this idea that you should be moral to where society thinks you're moral, right? You do the right things to make people think you're moral, but then, if you can get away with doing evil things that benefit you, that help you in the long run, or that help you do what you want to do before you die, because like we said, life is meaningless because everyone's going to die, and this perception of time is illusory. A lot of scientists believe that time itself may not even exist. It's just in our brains. It's just chemicals mixing around, causing us to believe that we have free will when we don't, right? Because these are just chemicals reacting. Not that we have no control over those chemicals. There's literally no difference between you dying today or dying 5 years from now, because in the end, your brain is not going to take anything with it. So some people will say, well, why even be good? Why not be immoral and do all the things that people want to do before they die? Because it's all meaningless in the end. Everything, even the entire universe, may suffer a heat death and disappear. I mean, we as citizens are always arguing about right and wrong. We can't agree, but you see, right and wrong is not based on any opinion. If right and wrong exist, if they really exist, they have to be based on a single source that is independent of human opinion. Whether or not the Germans believed it was okay to kill the Jews, it's wrong no matter what. Because according to the moral standard that can only be established by one single God, a God of one single truth, by that standard, we can say murder is wrong, torturing babies is wrong, rape is wrong. Only by that way can anything be considered truly wrong. Otherwise, it's just opinion.